Fired him.
And the company is Lizzo in this case.
All right. Wendy says, hey, girls. Hello, family. Hey, Wendy. Hey. Christopher C says, hello. It's been a while since I've caught a live show. Happy to be here. All right, Christopher.
Okay.
All right. So that's the Lizzo. I'm sure people going to start talking about it.
We got to see this.
We just saw it on the news before we came on.
Ex-dancers.
3 of her ex-dancers are suing her.
Okay. We'll see.
Okay. Trump indicted.
That's a joke, right?
No, another one. It's another one. How many is this now?
Are we not tired of that?
This is a new one. He getting ready to get the Georgia one too. That black lady in Georgia getting ready to die.
And I was telling my sister, I said, think about this. Every news person in this country should be very happy of any Trump information. That keeps their jobs.
They don't want to say it privately. They'll say it. Is they love that Trump is getting
he continue on,
and they want to. You know what? Honestly, I think they want him to win.
Yeah,
because that gives them 4 years of stories and all that.
Yes.
Trump indicted live updates. Former president charged in special counsel probe of 2020 election. Now we knew this was coming. We knew that Jack Smith was going to do this because he was calling everybody and their mama in the office. Pence was called in. His family, Trump's family members were called in. Everybody, Giuliani, everybody was called in. Okay. So we knew it was coming. He just finally did it. That's all.
He had to sit with them.
He dropped the hammer. Because I think I'm paraphrasing all of this. I think the problem that Jack Smith had was he knew that Donald Trump was interfering with the election by what people were saying about him calling and doing all this other stuff. He didn't know the motive. He didn't know whether he actually believed it or if he was following what people was telling him.
Like he really didn't believe it.
Now I got this because I watched before we came on. Remember his lawyer, Michael, the one that Cohen that went to prison?
Right.
He says this is why I believe this, because he says, and I think he knows Trump more than anybody.
Close to him to know his.
He said he believes that's what Jack was waiting on, because he could have slithered out of it if he didn't have any evidence that he wasn't following what his attorneys and people was telling him. So you could be stupid. Ignorance of the law doesn't mean anything, but it does make you feel a little bit different as a judge if somebody's following what legal counsel is telling them. If our legal person told us, make sure that you have these type of windows in your house, and then something happens and somebody passes away in our house because they couldn't get out the window, yeah, it's my fault, but I could legally go in and say, Judge, the man who's the professional told us this type of window. How would I know any different? Now, I would still be responsible, but it does take away a little bit. It lessens
ownership as far as who's at fault.
So I think what Michael was saying was that his attorney, his ex-attorney, was that Jack Smith was waiting on some physical evidence to show he knew right from wrong. He wasn't just listening to what somebody was telling him.
He really felt that.
Yes. So when they went through it, I didn't look at all the pages. It's pages and pages. Part of it was the and they believe this could have came from Pence, because remember he pulled Pence in there, and we don't know though. Was him kind of telling Pence, even though Pence was saying it's wrong, he was saying don't worry about that, overlook that, which means he wasn't just going by what his attorneys told him. He knew the election wasn't stolen. He knew it was wrong. He just wanted to find a way to get through it and win.
Really? Because I thought the opposite. I thought he really felt it was stolen because he had no faith and trust in the government as well.
No, I thought he really thought it was stolen too. Remember I kept saying that? I kept saying, I think this moron actually really thinks that it was stolen. But Jack Smith got evidence where he said out of his mouth, he knew it was not stolen. That so he knew he was lying, and he still was pushing that narrative.
And what would be the motive for that, though?
To win at any cost.
Oh, knowing that the people are pushing for it and believe it. And he felt, I love what the people are feeling. They really want me to move through this. We're going to make it happen.
It's like Giuliani came out and said he lied. about those women in Georgia.
Yeah.
He knew it was a lie. That's the problem. You know,
and they just took it.
That's
and ran
different
with it.
than me saying, Judge, I actually believe those women was pulling ballots in their pockets and stuff.
Yes.
I could walk in confident, even though it may not be true, and say, I really believe they were still in that election. They was taking ballots and hiding them under desks and drawers and stuff. Giuliani didn't say that. He said he knew that he was, I'm paraphrasing, that he was lying. He was making up the story so that it makes it look like they were still in the election.
So this helps as far as now you think, because he
said that's why he believes Michael Cohen. And he says, well, the other guys on the panel said they think it was Pence. Michael Cohen doesn't think it was Pence that said that. It was other people in the room. Ivanka was in the room and Jared was in the room. I believe Ivanka or Jared that's whose testimony that Jack Smith is using. I don't think he's using Mike Pence, because Trump can say Mike Pence is lying on me. But if this trial goes, when this goes to trial, if Ivanka says, I was in the room, my dad knew that it was not stolen, what jury and what judge is going to say Ivanka's lying on her dad?
The sad thing about it is that his own family member could take him down.
I believe it's going to be Ivanka.
Because think about everybody. He praised her. He praised her. The family praised her. The public praised her.
Yep.
And they trust her.
They trust Ivanka. And the night when those terrorists climbed over the walls at the Capitol. No, Trump wouldn't call it off. And the White House was going crazy. They was like, please call these dogs off. They're climbing the walls. There's security being hurt. People are getting hurt. They breaking the windows. They going into the Capitol. Please call this off. And no, he wouldn't listen to nobody. And they was begging Ivanka to talk to him. And Ivanka went in his office and asked him, Dad, please call this off. And that's when he went live and said, go home, disperse, whatever.
It was too late.
It was too late. But he didn't listen to nobody but Ivanka.
Her own testimony, if it's truthful and be for real, could destroy him.
I believe.
I don't think she wants him to be in office either.
No.
So it wouldn't surprise me if, people will go, boo, Ivanka, boo, you're going against your dad.
Right.
But people will go, wow.
I believe what Michael Cohen said. I believe it's a family member. I believe it's either Ivanka or Jared.
Her husband.
I don't believe it's Mike Pence.
Of them.
I don't believe Mike Pence. I believe Mike Pence probably said it, but I don't think that's who Jack Smith is going with. I think Jack Smith is going with a family member told him. And Donald Trump will have to get on stand and say she's lying. He will not do that. I do not believe Donald Trump, as crazy as he is and a moron, I really don't believe he would ever get on stand and say Ivanka's lying.
Wow.
I really don't. I think he'll take the hit. I really do.
And say, okay, you got me.
Now, if it was one of his two dumb boys, yeah. One of his sons, especially Eric.
You throw him under the bus.
Eric is a dumb buddy. He's lying.
Yeah, he's always lied. And my son's had some issues.
Not Ivanka. Wow. I don't think he'll ever say that.
That's something.
Because he knows he's not going to go to jail anyway. So why mess up that relationship with your daughter and you know you're not going to get convicted anyway?
And then again, we never know, like you're saying, if that's true testimony, that could very well, for the jury, that could very well turn every jury to go, wow.
That says former President Donald Trump was criminally charged today, in connection with his efforts to reverse his loss to President Joe Biden in 2020. The charges mark the unprecedented third criminal indictment, when we were saying which one is this one, against the former president since he launched his latest bid in 2024. If you would never have ran for president, none of this would have happened. I totally agree with him.
They wouldn't be like white on rice if he was.
Look,
if it wasn't.
If you are a mega person and you are a Trumpster, I agree with them. I don't know whether you agree with them. I agree with them. I can't say we. I agree that you're being targeted. I agree.
Well, yes, common sense.
I agree that if Donald Trump would not have ran for president, none of these charges would have been brought against him.
I think the target got really hard. It got really deeper once you still announced that you were running.
Once you stayed in, they want you out. Not only do, but here's the part I disagree with mega people. Dummies, it's not just the Democrats. The Republicans don't want him either. He took that party by hostage.
They don't care though.
But I'm saying
they like the fact that he did.
I'm saying they don't want him. They feel like if he's up against Biden, Biden may win.
Well, that's what the other guys have been telling him, but he got booed. What's the Hurt guy?
It's the truth, Christy.
No, the other one, Hurt.
It's the truth.
They kind of booed him.
It's the truth.
And he's like, y'all just don't understand.
Y'all
he's running
stupid.
so he can stay out of jail.
Y'all are dumb.
But the sad thing is,
real Republicans who are before mega people came, they don't want him either.
Now think about it on the other side. If he wouldn't run, he wouldn't be. They wouldn't come after him as hard.
Mm-mm.
So why did Hertz think him running is keeping him out of jail? It's making it worse.
No, he's saying it's keeping him out of jail because the mega people, because they're so afraid of what they'll do, they just throwing all these indictments at him. And like you said on another show, there's gonna be a mega person on that jury or somewhere,
probably,
and they're gonna let him go.
It'd be a hung jury.
So he knows that it's keeping him being in front of the public. He has to. If not, what would he be doing? He'd be golfing.
He can't be in hiding. He has to be out there.
He has to be out there to keep them feeding the monster.
Yeah,
you're feeding the monster.
Feed me, Seymour.
So he's right. He has to keep running because if he doesn't, he's caught in the catch-22. He has to keep running because if he doesn't, it's too late. The lion has been released from the cage. Mm-hmm. So he has to keep running, mm-hmm. Win the crowd, win your freedom.
Yes.
So he has to keep entertaining.
Trying to win the crowd even more so.
Yeah. Okay. What he should have did is before the lion was released from the cage, that's when he should have just said, he should have went away like Hillary. But you don't hear nothing from Hillary Clinton.
A narcissist would not do that.
Hillary Clinton was going to run again. Y'all remember? Mm-hmm. And she said no. You know why she said no? Because somebody pulled her by the coattail and said, you big dummy. Mm-hmm. If you run.
They'll open up that whole box.
That whole time you're running, mm-hmm. We're going to put every felony we can against you and your husband.
Go back to those emails that you claim you had on your system and all that.
So just get out of here. Go to the island or something and go sip on pina coladas.
But we all know really partly why he wants to stay in this and continue running, because it's about him. Yeah, he loves that praise. He loves that power. So he ain't going nowhere.
So there you go. There's the new one, the election interference, which is separate from the one that the black attorney general she's doing in Atlanta. Is she district attorney or attorney general? I think she's district attorney. Okay. That she's putting against him in Georgia, in Fulton County. Mm. She's going for him specifically for Fulton County. Oh, those black ladies that you terrorized, all of that, mm-hmm. is going to be in that indictment.
Okay.
And she's going to be dropping that in the next week. She said before September 1st. So he getting another one. Okay. And she's thinking about making it a RICO charge.
We'll see. Because you mentioned
if she makes it a RICO charge, she doesn't have to prove that he specifically said something. Mm-hmm. She can prove people acted on his behalf.
And that's all that needs to be.
It's like Godfather.
Talked about.
You can't prove that the Godfather told somebody to do something, mm-hmm. but you can prove he's in charge, mm-hmm. and they move on his will.
Move on with, he don't have. That's how Putin is. Mm-hmm. Putin may never specifically say for somebody to be, disappear. We know that command came from Putin.
Emerald says, "Hey, ladies. Hey, Emerald. All right, y'all. So let's see what happens. Now, Trump did do a what is it? A press release after. He did a press release after this indictment came out. It says this is nothing more than the latest corrupt chapter in the continued pathetic attempt by the Biden crime family and their weaponized Department of Justice to interfere with the 2024 presidential election, in which President Trump is undisputed forefront runner and leading by substantial margins. I agree with him. I think Biden has he's they got to do something, but I don't believe Biden is sitting there going, go after him. If this big dummy didn't do something, he wouldn't have nothing to go after him for. But why did they wait 2.5 years to bring these fake charges right in the middle of the president and President Trump's winning campaign? Why was it announced the day after the big crooked Joe Biden scandal broke out from the halls of Congress? Okay, again,
they have to find a blame person to blame it on.
The answer is election interference.
There's nobody else he can blame it on. They blame either Biden or all the Democrats.
But this is
blame it on something.
But this is the part he don't understand. Nobody cares. I give the same example. You speed down the highway. It's 100 of people speeding down the highway. The police pulls you over. You're not gonna be able to say, well, everybody else is speeding down the highway. Mm-hmm. They don't care about everybody else. They pulled you over. Mm-hmm. So he's still doing that.
I know, but that's like the immature baby that he is. They have to blame somebody though. Think about it.
Emerald says exactly, Kim. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So we're enough with Trump. We done with him. He's an idiot, moron.
Okay.
Trumpsters follow after him. You love every show you yarn.
I don't know. I'm tired.
God.